Hello, Marcus.
Hello, David.
How are you?
I'm good. It's nice and cool now that it's
Yeah.
taken a while.
Very well. I'm here. I have Yannick. Bonjour Yannick, comment tu vas?
Bonjour, ça va très bien.
Nous avons passé avec Marcus 2 semaines. Comment est-ce que toi tu as trouvé ces 2 semaines-là?
You have to be nice.
I can translate to you. No worries.
Ok, bonsoir David et merci, merci pour cette interview. Ces 2 semaines, je l'ai trouvé très dense, très intense et très productif et très créatif.
I think you understand what he say.
I do.
So for you, Marcus, you host us, me and my colleague Yannick, for 2 weeks. How do you find that collaboration with you?
2 very long weeks.
Why?
No,
What's happened?
no. Well, I mean, to be honest, I haven't been the best host because I've been working at the same time. But I'm glad that we've had a chance to have some conversations together, and some of the work we've been able to do together. And then sometimes, if the helicopter is full, unfortunately, I have to leave you behind.
So it's for you the first time you host people as us like this to some projects?
In a way, yeah. I mean, I am part of some projects with mentorship, but that's usually not in person. It's from a distance, and
Okay.
it's usually not with professional photographers. So I'm not sure how much mentoring of photography I can do for 2 photographers as good as you two are. But I think because I have many years experience working with wildlife, with conservation NGOs and communities on projects like this, I hope you have been able to get something useful from this.
That is. So the thing is for me and my colleague is how many times do you still do wildlife photography?
So many of my jobs involve wildlife photography, but wildlife photography is not usually the main focus. So with conservation projects, people are the main focus. The communities, the rangers, the management teams, the education, all of that is, I would say, 60 to 80% of my work. And then wildlife and landscape is, of course, very important. But many people take wildlife and landscape photographs because they like it. And so for me, that becomes a smaller part. I have some jobs that are mostly wildlife, but most of my jobs are mostly community, ranger, and human based.
One thing who impacts me when we work with you is you don't do only wildlife and landscape photography. You do some job with community around the parks like W and Penjari.
Yes, exactly. Conservation is community. You cannot have conservation without the community. So if you are a conservation photographer, of course you can choose to focus on inside the park only. But for African parks, communities is so important. So they need the images to showcase the work that's being done. And that is why I'm here.
Since when you are working with African parks?
My first job with African parks was now about 7 years ago.
7 years. Okay.
I went to Odzala in Republic of Congo in January 2017. And so since then, except for 2 years during COVID, I do 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 projects.
Okay, good. So we are here in W, Park of Benin, and it's your first time to come here. So you are come Benin in 2019.
Yes, I was in Benin in 2019 in Penjari, but not in W.
But this year you are in W. When we compare W and Penjari, what's the best for you?
I mean,
Your favorite?
unfortunately, because of the security situation, we cannot really be in W very much. W is behind us, but we are at the edge.
We are nearby the Ma Bali.
Exactly.
Ma Abde here.
Marapte. And even Penjari, of course, has changed since my last time. When I was there in 2019, it was easy to drive around, go even along the river with the border with Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it's not possible. So I hope I will come back again in 1 year or 2 years,
We cross finger for that.
and the situation has changed again,
It'll be better.
and we can explore maybe together. We can explore W also properly.
Good. And you talk about the security contest now. What is your hope about security, and what is thought about security? What people and what Benin Republic are doing for security?
Well, my hope is obviously that it won't be a problem anymore. The security issues in Benin do not come from Benin; they come from other countries, and so it's tragic that it is having such serious consequences for the people of Benin, both for the soldiers and rangers who lose their lives, but of course also what it does for the country at large, for tourism, which is important revenue. We saw in Penjari that the tourism activities there are gone, and that means a lot of revenue is gone, and you're removing jobs, and in turn, of course, that removes not the willingness to support the park, but the economics is a big part of how you can encourage communities to support conservation. And if you lose the jobs, then it's a problem. So it's good to see that the other income generating projects around the park, they survive, like with honey and cotton and other things. So there's still some income. But of course, if you can have guides, if you can have guest houses, you can have hotels, restaurants, all that will help. And I'm sure once the parks are open, it's not just for this part of Benin. More people will come to Cotonou if they can also come to Penjari and W.
So good. Tu as une question, Yannick, pendant ces 2 semaines que nous avons eu à passer avec Marcus?
Ben, j'ai pas de question particulière, mais
Qu'est-ce qui t'a marqué durant ces 2 semaines?
Ben, le truc qui m'a le plus marqué, c'est le fait de voir un peu l'écosystème des animaux, le fait de voir un peu comment les rangers arrivent à maintenir le parc. En fait, il y a une cohabitation entre les animaux et l'homme, mais dans le respect. Et ça m'a vraiment marqué.
You understand what? Good. So we are very happy to work with you during that 2 weeks, and we show you our production, because it's not we usually do another thing, not wildlife, and you please show our picture. What you think about our job is not.
Yeah, and look, like I've said, I'm very happy for us to stay in contact. Also, I think it's very important to encourage everywhere local photographers to be able to do some of these jobs also. Not to take my job, but but
It's collaboration.
There is enough work for many people, and
exactly.
I think it's really important. This is your country. These are your national parks. And you should also be telling the stories about these places. So I'm happy that we get to spend the time together. You're both very talented photographers. You both have careers, but it's different areas, as you say. So we can learn from each other, and it's good to see you expanding your comfort zone to even wanting to track lions on foot. I'm glad you feel comfortable.
Thank you, Marcus, for this. And we have time now to greet African Park to give us this opportunity to be here and to meet you, because for me especially, I meet you and I follow you on Instagram for your work. And it's a great honor for me to be nearby you and work with you and show you my work.
No, it's been really fun. It's been really good to spend time with you guys.
Thank you, Marcus. It's the time for us to say goodbye, and it was a great honor for me and my colleague Yannick to have you here. Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you so much
Thank you,
for. I think you are the ones who've been hosting me. It's your country. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Marcus.
Okay.